and visible to all of you. You will have to, of course, let me know that through the comment section. I think comment section is enabled after a couple of seconds or minutes when the live stream starts. This is what I think. Maybe if you can write it right away, you can let me know. Or you can just give me a thumbs up, right? So that also will tell me that you are listening. Already a question is there. I'm going to take that definitely. All right. So somebody from my team was calling. So maybe just to remind me that I have to take the session. Maybe they didn't realize that we have already joined. But if somebody from the IMS team also is there, if you can let me know that I'm audible and visible, right? You know. Perfect, sir. Perfect. Thank you, Palak. All right. So we'll do a minute or so of chit chat so that the people who want to join, they can join. Unfortunately, we live in IST, India's slow time, which is an unfortunate thing because punctuality is one of the things that I'm going to talk about today as far as CAT preparation before 30 days is concerned. But let's give that kind of leeway to everybody. Sometimes technical glitches can happen. Quite a number of people might be returning from their offices, so they could be in their cabs. And kudos to all of you who have put in this kind of struggle all through this preparation, and in fact for the session today. Great. So before we go to the exact thing, what should be done in the last 30 days, I would rather ask your experience as to what you are feeling now that the significant portion of your marathon is over. This is the last lap. And honestly, I consider 1 month as one lap. Let's say you are preparing for 12 months now, so you can also consider 1 quarter as one lap. So in that case, you are basically in the last portion of your last lap only. Either way, this is the last lap, and last lap is where you give everything. And marathon runners, what they do, there is a very famous meme on that there was a guy who was a good runner who loved to run. ध्यान से सुन रहे हो? Everybody is listening to that. It's a wonderful story. So there was a guy who loved to run, and in fact he ran really well. So one day he decided that I am going to take part in this race called marathon. He didn't know what is marathon. Okay? So I'm going to take part in marathon. So he took part in the marathon, and then marathon started. Now this guy ran like crazies. And then after just a couple of seconds, he looked behind and saw that everybody is behind. They're just chilling, doing a bit of jogging sort of a thing. And he is sprinting like anything. And then what he was doing? He was looking at everybody and he was saying that, "Arey, crazy people, yeah, I'm competing with them." There was such a fuss about marathon. Marathon is this, marathon is that. I'm going to win it in just, a flick of time. Probably those people were thinking that, what a stupid guy this is. He started with a sprint. How is he going to carry on for the next, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, depending upon which marathon he was participating in? So the start always has to be gradual, has to be very gentle. And the reason is that you gradually use your stamina, and in a way you build your stamina also. But when the last lap comes, this is where you expend all your energy. You know कि हाँ अभी maybe 1 or 2 kilometers are left. I have to run like crazy. My body is in such a mode that after 1 kilometer I will collapse. After 1 kilometer I will absolutely collapse, but my collapse is going to happen once I cross the finish line. Getting what I'm saying? And at that time, even if you collapse, that's okay. People are there to give you glucose. They can put you on stretcher. Or maybe you can just be there for a moment, not look here and there, run, pant a bit. Anything is okay. That is what I'm talking about. So when we use these words, last lap, last lap, last lap, these are not just fringy words. Nah. They have a very, very specific connotation to them. Okay. So with this overview, this idea. Let us cut to the chase and come to our exact thing. 30 days to CAT. This session will go on for some time. I don't know, could be 30 minutes, could be a couple of minutes more than that. And again, it depends on how many questions are coming up. If I see the questions which are quite similar, I'm going to combine them and I'll answer, but I'll try to answer all your questions. The questions that I will not be able to answer for any reason whatsoever, don't worry about that. You can just ping that question in the comment section after the completion and I am going to still respond, or someone from my team will respond on that comment. Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. I will take initial 5 minutes to tell you what I want to discuss. Then with the help of your questions, I will specifically go into the details of my points of discussion. So I have some notes here. Okay. And there is a laptop also in front of me in which I have done some typing. So don't think if I look here and there and so on. Don't worry that I'm not chatting with anyone else. So basically, 30 days to CAT for me is a matter of physical and mental strength. That's all. And I want you to be very attentive for the next few minutes. Throw your, I can't say your phones away because you are doing that on phone, but at least, put it on silent so that nobody disturbs you. 30 days is only for physical and mental development. Physical development basically means domain development. So all the things that you need to do for your DILR, QA and verbal in terms of your daily practice and mocks, in terms of the analysis, that is what is called domain practice. We will be talking about that today. The second portion we would be talking about is the mental stamina. What is mental stamina? अब ये बहुत interesting है. Mental stamina is again divided in 3 parts. One part of mental stamina is, can I sit for 2 hours? And you might be able to think that yes, I can sit for 2 hours. I have been taking mocks. But my dear, in CAT exam, you don't have to sit for 2 hours. You actually have to be there for 4 hours. At your home, you can just, sit 10 minutes before your allotted slot time. You can keep your pen here and there, you can maybe set your mind for a moment. You can do some form of pranayam for 5 minutes, or you can just stare at the blank screen, make up your mind, and that's all. And then you will take your test for 2 hours straight and you're done. But in the actual CAT, that's not going to happen. You will have to go to the center, that will take your energy. You will have to reach the center before time, way before time, that will take your energy. Then you will have to go through the frisking process, that will take your energy. Then you will have to go through that retina scan and then your thappa, angutha giri, all these things. Oh, वहाँ पे भी line होगी. There will be a queue over there. Although there will be many stations, but there will be queue. And then you will be allotted your computer and then you will locate your computer, especially if your center is a big one. Right? And then you will have to do the signing and everything. So every time you are just trying to keep your mind at one place, the invigilator will come and say, we need your sign here. And you're, arey yaar, come on. And then 2 hours of exam. And then you can't even simply escape, then you will still have to wait. Then that anticipation, you will have to submit your books, notebooks, and then you will go. And then there will be so many, Rakshas-like people also outside who would be chatting, kaisa raha paper, and then you are again fighting yourself. In the mental stamina thing, we are going to discuss this, how to deal with that, all of this. The second thing which we are going to discuss is keeping your body and mind nourished. Body nourishment with respect to the food, mental nourishment with respect to the meditative practices or the breathing techniques. So I'm going to discuss some of that as well. And third thing which I will be discussing about mental stamina is preparing yourself as per your slot. There are 3 slots, right? So, abhi, as far as I know, I think on 5th November, your admit card will be released. So, you will know where is your slot, where is your center and what is your slot. So, you have to prepare accordingly. This is going to be the whole intent of today's session. Okay? So, chaliye, I am going to start taking questions now. And with the questions, I'll keep on adding my ideas, whatever I have jotted down and, as far as that framework we discussed. All right. So, first question is, ready? Good. First question is it possible to complete syllabus in 1 month and to score 95 percentile? Very interesting question, and I would say that it is actually sort of an incomplete question also. You might want to ask me why it is incomplete. Because I don't know, when you say that is it possible to complete the syllabus, how much of that portion you have already completed. So if you are asking me that I am starting right now, can I complete the syllabus in 1 month and score 95 percentile? No. If that had been possible, the whole ecosystem of test prep industry would go for a toss. IMS would have hired me, for a part-time job. Yeah. And then I would not be doing this 30 days to CAT session. I would again be saying that, okay, I've opened a batch, come on, join it. But yes, if you have completed your syllabus more or less, and some of the portion is left, then yes, you can do that. Again, if your mock scores are somewhere near this percentile, so if you are aiming for 95 percentile, let's say your mock scores are coming at 85, 89, then yeah, you can go to 95 percentile definitely. And you also have to understand, my dear, percentile jump is a very strange thing. From 80 to 90 percentile, you need only 2 to 3 questions correctly. Just that. 9 marks. But from 90 to 95 percentile, you again need 3 to 4 questions. So, in one hand, you can go for a 10 percentile jump with 3 questions, but on the other hand, you can just jump 5 percentile with 3 or 4 questions. Then from 95 to 99 also you require 3 more questions, sometimes 4. And then you require couple of these types only, 7, 8 questions from 99 to 100. So the more you are going towards 100, the competition becomes stronger. Okay. So the answer to your question, that is it possible to complete syllabus in 1 month and to score 95 percentile? Yes, conditions applied. Second question. I am from Varanasi Center, sir. 30 days की strategy क्या होनी चाहिए? And now revision and mocks को कैसे manage करें और कितने mocks दें? All right. Good, Karan. So Karan is asking, what should be the strategy? Of course, that's what we are doing. He is basically concerned about the revision and mocks. So yes, I have a whole chitta of that. I'm sure quite a number of you would have this question. So listen to me. I am going to start with the revision strategy first of all. I basically call it the rule of non-learning. Your first rule is don't learn anything new at this stage. Period. Start revising, start refining, I would say. So stop learning, start refining. So what should you refine? Whatever you have done already, wherever you feel that you are 70 to 80% confident, that is the thing which you should revise. 70 to 80% clarity of concepts is what I basically mean. So if I talk about quants, the content that you have done and you are confident about, do that. But here is one very important thing. You cannot miss arithmetic and algebra. Now, if you are aiming only for 85 percentile, arithmetic will do. That's it. Nothing else is required. But if you are aiming for 90 or 95 percentile, these two things are a must. Most of your content comes from these two sections. Then it's your geometry. And finally, your number system and modern math, which will be the least. So let's say you don't know a lot about modern maths, or you're not very confident about number system. Just strengthen arithmetic, algebra, and geometry, especially arithmetic and algebra. And I'm re-emphasizing it. Is that clear to everybody? Now, I'm not asking you to leave anything, but there is one thing you have to understand. Abhi, learning new concept will just work more towards bringing your confidence down, because you might see a question from that topic which you might not be able to do, but in your mind you know that you have already done that topic. Okay? So as far as quants is concerned, don't touch the things that you have never touched. But if you have touched a bit, then you pick your battles. Strengthen your strengths, but at least know the basics of your weakness. There might be a possibility that an A-level question may come from, let's say, a number system, or say, a modern math set, and you can still do that and you will get 3 marks. But you are not banking on those if you are still to do these sections. Clear for quants? Another thing about quants is that quant requires multiple revisions. I would say that you go for 3 to 4 revision per chapter. 3 to 4. From where will you do these questions? Your portal gives you Revise with AI. Your portal gives you previous year papers. Your portal gives you SimCats. And your portal gives you master classes also. These are enough. More than enough. Sorted? Quant is sorted? Acha. Abhi at this stage, let's say, so your teachers must have told you in the beginning that you strengthen your calculation skills. Learn that chart, squares, root, square root, cube root, fractions, tables. Let's say you have not learned that. Please don't start doing it now. Okay, you have to live with it. Basically, you have to do the calculation with hand now. Okay, nothing new. Let's come to DILR, the revision of DILR. DILR, think of it as a do thing and not a view thing. Oh, I have watched a lot of videos on DILR. अच्छा, तो set कर लेगा क्या? नहीं कर पाएगा. DILR is a very crazy thing because there is no defined syllabus. So the best thing that is that you do as many sets as you can. And this is where you have devoted your entire set of, maybe 11 months, 12 months, 6 months, 7 months, 5 months, whenever you started your preparation. But yes, for DILR, you have to do it every day. And you have to solve a set, not just one set, you have to solve many sets. My number is, what I used to do when I was preparing, 6 sets a day. I prescribe 4 to 6. I prescribe 4 to 6 every day. Now, what you have to do, first, from where those sets will come, if you are very dense, if you just don't know anything about DILR as such, you are not confident at all, then I would recommend you do the basic sets. Okay? And then gradually try to do more engaging ones. But if you are okay-ish confident, you have practiced a bit, all right practice you have already done, you can confidently sit through the exam and you can think about maybe doing one set out of the 4 sets in your mocks. If you are at that stage, कि हाँ, SimCat में मैं कुछ तो कर लूँगा, I can do something in my SimCat. Okay? So, now your source should only be SimCats and previous year papers from 2018 until 2024. If I just give a bit of vague calculation, we are giving you, I think, around 40 mocks, 20 proctor, 20 take home. And from 2018 to 2024, 6 years, 3 slots, 6 threes are 18. So let's say around 20 from that. So around 60 papers you have. Every single paper will have minimum, plus minus can be there 1 or 2, but minimum 4 mocks. So at the rate of 60 mocks with 4 DILR sets, you have 240 sets. So you have enough. And it is okay to repeat a couple of things if you think that, okay, this is something I want to do. I tried it earlier, but I could not do it that time. Then there is something else also. What I call it is called, an oops log. Ayyo log. Huh? Log. Whatever you want to call it. Arre log. Huh? So this oops log, ayyo log, and arre log. This is that I am solving a set, but I could not. I thought that I might be able to solve it. I spent 15-20 minutes on it. Damn, could not solve it. That's your IO log. Keep that set somewhere. You have to do that next day. You have to do that next day. Is that clear? Can you all give me a quick high five? High five, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. समझ आ रहा है सबको? Good. So maintain that oops log. But you have to do this thing every day. Now what will I recommend? You pick up a paper. The moment you pick up paper, you have 4 sets and 5 sets in your hand, depending upon how many sets are there in that paper. Could be previous year paper, could be a SimCat. And you give yourself time. Let's say 15 minutes per set. In the reality, you would have probably a bit of less time, but when you are practicing, 15 minutes is okay. Which means if you are attempting 4, then you have 1 hour. Now do it in the examination mode. Start your stopwatch. You have 1 hour. In that 1 hour, first you decide which set you want to attempt first, which will be the second one, which will be the third one, and which will be the fourth one. And you have to attempt all. Basically, you have to try all. In the exam, you leave a couple of things. So 40 minutes are there for that. But when you're doing it in 1 hour, you have to attempt all. So you have to understand your set selection. How will you get the best of set selection? We conducted a session called First Mile to CAT, FMTC. I'm sure most of you are here, from the IMS ecosystem, so you already know that there are dedicated videos on ABC of DILR, ABC of VARC, and ABC of Quants. That ABC of Quants is telling you to select the questions which are the easiest, the moderate ones, and the difficult ones, most difficult ones. Again, in your DILR, you are deciding which set to be done first, then second, then third, and then fourth, if at all fourth is possible for you. But you have to do that set selection. Don't start it randomly. Arey, pehla set. Na. Abhi, this is not the time of your whims and fancies. DILR is sorted. Let's go to the last one. The pain. VARC. बड़ा प्यारा है VARC. Huh? VARC, again, 2 things. First thing is that you have to read every day. I call it the oiling of mental engine. देखो, VARC is going to be the first set that will appear when your CAT exam starts. Yes or no? Abhi, think about it. 2 days it has been, you haven't studied anything. And then you have gone to your center. You slept through the night. And suddenly you look at an RC passage. It takes time to get into that motion. कि वो बोल क्या रहा है. And we tend to regress. But if we read every day, just a bit of reading, just for deep comprehension, that oiling is there. It's like engine is not starting afresh on a winter morning. Okay? So that will not put you in an uncomfortable position. So read every day. 15 to 20 minutes of reading is enough. Then again, you have to do RCs every day. 4 to 6 RCs. When I was preparing, I used to do 6. But I say 4 to 6. Okay? 4 to 6 RCs every day. What will be the source? Same. SimCats and previous year papers. Okay? In your portal, there are master classes. You can do that from that as well. If let's say you have exhausted every single material in the world, then you can use the RCs from GMAT official guide as well. Okay? Just prepare. Nothing else from GMAT official guide. Okay? Just the RCs. But only if you have exhausted everything. Otherwise, it's not even needed. Okay? And then you do your RCs every day. When you are doing the RC, take 4 to 5 RCs in one go. So better thing is that you pick up a paper. I'm going to solve this SimCat today. Or I'm going to solve this sectional test today. Or I'm going to solve the RCs from this portion. Back to back 5 RCs. Once again decide which RC you want to attempt first, which RC you want to attempt next, and so on. Again, your RC selection. can come from that very simple lecture of first mile to cat, FMTC, the ABC of VARC. Is that clear to everybody? The revision portion of the various sections. The second portion that Karan asked was about mocks. Kitne mocks de? How many mocks should we take every week? Minimum 2, maximum 3, not more than that. Okay? People have this tendency of doing one mock every single day. I'm not saying that you are doing something wrong, but I will not really endorse this idea. Reason being, you need some time to do the analysis of it, and then you also need some time to work on that, na? But let's say you find out that I have some problem in time and work, time, speed, distance, or I have some problem in things that are related to your percentages, be it profit and loss, be it percentages, be it ratio, proportion, mixture, allegation. All these are concept of percentage only, na? So you would need some time to practice on that. How can you keep on taking mocks every now and then? It's not about the number of mocks, it's about the quality of your mock taking. So 2 to 3 mocks per week. There are some students who, let's say, have prepared earlier. They are somewhere in the range of 98, 99 percentile. Might not require that much of an effort. You can go for one more mock. Right? You can go for one more mock. But don't shoot your bolt. इतना खुद को एग्जॉस्ट मत कर देना कि बाद में गिव अप हो जाए. Don't really exaggerate things on that scale. Don't exhaust yourself. Okay, just chill and take out some time for yourself every day. Clear? Let me go to the next one. In fact, see, somebody said aiming to give a mock daily. I hope this is clear to you now. We love you, sir. I also love you all. Thank you so much. My scores are fluctuating in mocks a lot and low scores are demotivating me. Great question, Twisha. Let me quickly tell you there is only one thing which will help you with that. If your scores are fluctuating, that means you are not doing the analysis. Or if you are doing the analysis, that means you are not doing the analysis the way we want you to do the analysis. So you go to your My IMS portal, and in that you go to one thing called area wise, right? So those of you who are from the IMS, on our portal, you know that there is an area wise analysis which will pick up VARC, QA and DILR and will give you area wise scoring. For arithmetic, how many questions were there, how many you attempted, and what time you spent and so on. So this will tell you where you are lagging, or if you spend more time on something where more time was not required. The second thing is question level analysis, question wise analysis. On that page, अब ध्यान से सुनना बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब your antennas should be alert. On that page, there is a thing called Topper's p-value. Has anybody heard of that? Give me high five or just thinga. Topper's p-value. Topper's p-value, don't worry about what it is. I mean, I'm not going to go into that. But higher the p-value, easier the question. So your step number 1 should be to see what are those questions where p-value is more than 75. Those are the questions that you must never leave. I mean, it's a crime to leave those questions. Crime hai, crime. We categorize easy A-level questions whose p-value is greater than 60. I'm not even telling you more than 60 thing. I'm telling you more than 75. That means really, really easy. Okay? So if you are doing those questions wrong, or you are leaving them, or you are spending more time on those questions and still getting them wrong or right, those are the things that you need to work on. That means what was going on in your mind that you were not able to understand that this is an easy question? Is it something of a problem with your concept? That means, in general, let's say there was a number system question and it was a very easy question, but you did it wrong and it was an A-level question, p-value more than 75. So you have to understand why you did that wrong. So one possible response for that could be that I have not done number system. Great, in that case it is a C-level question for you. Then why did you attempt it? Why did you spend time on it? During that time you could have attempted any other question, na? And if you have already done number system and you still did not get that wrong, that means you did not practice enough. You just did the video thing. So you have to go through that. This is called analysis. Is that clear, my dear? When you do the analysis, you have to go into that depth. Again, the second thing is p-value less than 30. So let's start with p-value less than 20. These are the most difficult questions, C-level. Again, for us, C-level is p-value less than, I think, 40. Okay, 40 or 30, if I'm not wrong. But I am picking up the most difficult ones. So if you have attempted those, why did you attempt? You should develop that ability to leave those questions. So that p-value thing will really help you understand how much time you have invested in a question and whether you got that right or not, or whether that question was supposed to be attempted or not. Ideally, all the C-level questions you should leave. अब एक exception हो सकता है. Let's say Twisha does a C-level question correctly in just 1 or 2 minutes. It is still a C-level question, bhai. It is still a C-level question. But let's say Twisha is very, very, very genius on that topic. Great. For that, in such a situation, that is an A-level question for Twisha. But overall in the analytics, it will feature topper's p-value. So in that case, it might be possible that the p-value is of Twisha. Okay. So just be aware of that and it will help you. One more thing about the fluctuation. Please do not over attempt. Please do not over attempt. People have this tendency, if I do 10 more questions and if I get 3 correct and 7 wrong, then 3 questions will give me 9 marks, 7 wrong will take away 7 marks, so I still have positive 2 marks. Na bhai na. CAT doesn't work that way. You guys were not even born, but CAT is being conducted way before that. In fact, our parents were also not born. No, they were born. They were born. But, they were not adults per se by then. The oldest, the first CAT was, first IIM is IIM Calcutta. More than 60 years old, yaar. Quite a number of people from the first batch are already. So they know the psyche in and out. What students think, how they think. This is not your random exam. They create the options in such a manner so as to confuse you. That's why you get this problem, that I can eliminate 2 options, but I can't eliminate the rest of the 2 options when I'm attempting an RC question. Yes or no? They know it. So please don't over attempt. All right. Couple of people have similar kind of things, so I'm going to skip those questions. Neil, I think this is clear now. I've been practicing, still can't score well in VRC section. Okay, we have done that already. But when you do RC, I would recommend that there is a thing called the 5 pause approach, which we did in VA 1.3. 5 pause approach means you read the paragraph, quickly think about what is there in the paragraph, basically summarize in your mind every single paragraph, then you summarize the overall passage. That is second pause, second place where you stop. The third pause is now you read the question but don't read the options. Make your own answer first. Where I can find the answer, what can be the possible answer, what cannot be the answer, things like that. Once you make that answer, we call it shadow answer. Then you look at the options and start eliminating options one by one. Read the first option, see if this works according to the shadow answer or not. So you shortlist or eliminate. Most likely you will be left with 2 options. And then your final, 5th step, 5th pause is finalize the option, which is more comprehensive, which is more aligned to the question, which is more related to shadow answer. If you have to go back at the passage at that stage, quickly do that. If you still can't figure it out, leave the question unattempted and move on. That is how you improve RC. And you can't escape RC if you want to do VA RC well. So just be aware of this thing, my dear. Okay. RC is 67% of the paper. And if you include 2 summary questions also, which are also RC-like, then RC is more than 70-72%. Okay, so please don't escape RC. Work hard towards that. How many mocks shall I give in the month of November? We discussed that already. IMS, VVN student, my VRC. Achha. Specifically, the questions related to that, this is my score and I'm not improving. I'm not taking them question by question, but I've already talked about how you can improve the score and accuracy. How to deal with the burnout? हाँ, ये बड़ा interesting है. चलो, let's talk about that burnout thing. सुन रहे हो ना सब लोग, है ना? Right? Let's talk about the burnout thing. देखो, CAT or any competitive exam tests you not on just domain skills. If today I randomly pick up a previous year CAT paper and I give it to you without time limit, you will be able to solve half of it. You will be able to solve half of it. I'm telling you that. Because you guys are brainy. You can do basic maths. You can apply logic. If I give you calculator, you can do a variety of things. But then you are being tested on some other skill. Okay, what that skill is? Whether you can select the question within due time or not. Okay. And doing that brings burnout. So first step of burnout is that you eat healthy. अब ये लिख लो कहीं, write it down somewhere. ठीक है, this is not just a फालतू का ज्ञान. Please write it down somewhere. Step 1 to dealing with burnout is eat healthy. In the last 30 days, packaged food, fried food, too much of tamasic food, let's say too much of non-veg or too much of your onions, okay, raw onions. Basically, these things induce lethargy, okay. Try to avoid them. Eat the foods which can be light on you. So, vegetables, a lot of vegetables, fruits, healthy, very nice. People have a habit of taking coffee. I am not against that at all. I also love it. I take it every day. So take coffee. I'm okay with that. But don't be proud of calling yourself powered by caffeine. T-shirt ले रखा है, powered by caffeine. Oh, good. And alert. नहीं भाई, क्या? Are you doing drugs? Are you crazy? Healthy thing only, okay? So coffee, like stimulant, should be just in moderation to give you the necessary stimulation, a bit of kick, something to rush through the body, to, alert you for a bit, but not at the cost of your body. So it's not like that you're pouring coffees and teas in you and you're not eating healthy. The body will collapse sooner or later. Hoga. Okay, so eat healthy. Second thing is sleep. Please sleep on time. Please sleep on time. And fix a time of sleep and waking up. You should have a minimum 7 hours or maximum 8 hours of sleep. Not less than that, not more than that. In very, very rare situation, let's say your work is so demanding and you have to prepare for it also, I can go for 6 hours also, but not less than that. But if you are doing 6 hours of sleep, then maybe you should spend some time towards meditation, some rhythmic breathing. Even if it is Anulom Vilom Pranayam for 5-10 minutes, but you've got to do that, my dear. Otherwise, you will not be able to manage throughout the day. Okay? So, second aspect is sleep. Third aspect about burnout is that don't overdo things. If you think that you are being burnt out, take a break. Let's say you have been doing simcats just like crazy. It's okay to take a break of a day or 2 or 3. That's absolutely fine. People have this very crazy idea. अरे यार अगर मैंने 2-3 दिन छोड़ दिया, if I leave it for 2-3 days, my whole thing will go for a toss. अरे क्या मतलब what are you talking about? Are you petrol? It will get evaporated क्या? You stop cycling for a couple of weeks or even months. You forget how to cycle. हाँ? गंदी आदतों के लिए तो तुम लोग नहीं भूलते, हाँ? ये oh, I stopped smoking, but I came back. Oh no, why didn't you forget smoking? कि ऐसे तो नहीं, ऐसे पकड़ते हैं क्या? नहीं, the burnt thing should be here on my hand or inside my mouth so that it burns, right? Don't have these crazy ideas. It is okay that after 2-3 days, sometimes you might feel that, okay, I need a kick. It's okay. 15-20 minutes of reading will do that. But if you are burnt out, relax. Okay? Every day, I would recommend do some yoga. Yoga simply means a bit of exercise. Exercise is very important. If you don't, rush through your body, the rajas will not happen. So the tamas of night, the lethargy of night, can only be arrested with rajas, which is restlessness. But rajas also should be arrested. The restlessness should also be countered. And that's where meditation comes into picture. So you start with exercise. Go for a run. Do Surya Namaskars. You do 10-20 Surya Namaskars, your job is done. After that, do some rhythmic breathing. Anulom Vilom Pranayam is very, very, very interesting and wonderful to build your concentration. Wonderful. Also known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Please watch it on a YouTube video properly, okay, from a qualified instructor, and then do it. Don't just start doing it like uncles on the street or in the parks. Ki, haan, you know, I've seen people. I'm a trained yoga teacher. I know. Uncles are teaching other uncles. Huh? ऐसे कर लो. अरे पागल है क्या? ऐसे होता है क्या? There is a way. Even the breath that you inhale should be so gentle as if you're smelling a flower. Nobody will tell you that. So please do, just learn it from a qualified instructor and then you do it. Free videos are available on YouTube. And then do some meditation. If you are already inducted in some form of a guru parampara, then use that if you have a mantra or anything like that. If you don't have that, guided meditation from a good guru will be okay. But not from these apps like, oh, this, that and whatnot. Nah. Okay, there is a very deep science behind it. So do it. If you can't do anything, just do Anulom Vilom Pranayam and keep your eyes closed for 5-10 minutes after that. Let the thoughts come, whatever thoughts are coming, don't worry about them. Observe them. This is also meditation. That's absolutely fine. But spend some time in that. This also will help you avoid burnout. If you have insomnia or if you are starting to feel insomniac that you are not able to, sleep in the night, do Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra. Write it down. Yoga Nidra. So on YouTube, you can start Yoga Nidra and ensure that the setting on the YouTube is that autoplay should be off. So you start Yoga Nidra. When Yoga Nidra is over, most likely your instructor will tell you that now you get up, but you should not get up, you should fall asleep. Okay? So this is how you can manage the burnout. Okay, in VR, form filling and SOP is causing a lot of distraction. Any tips for FMS SOP? So this session is not for SOP, but I would recommend that you can reach out to your mentors with your draft, and they will help you quickly check that and give you a feedback. अगर मैं अभी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करूं तो सब हो जाएगा क्या? नहीं होगा, बट कुछ हो जाएगा. So if you are starting the preparation right now, in quant I would say just stick to arithmetic. Try to do RCs and DILR set basics every day, and do the mocks definitely. 1 or 2 mocks every single week, so you will be able to do 8 or 9 of them, and we can expect fine results as compared to what you can achieve today. No motivation for exam suddenly. क्यों चाहिए motivation? Why do you need motivation यार? देखो, motivation is a very fluctuating thing. ठीक है? Nobody can motivate you externally. You must be driven by yourself. So you have to understand why you started in the first place. The biggest motivation is that your life will be better. Otherwise, you will have to slog hard again in some way or the other. Okay? So please don't look for external motivation. How effective it is to just focus on PYQs from now? Very effective. PYQs you must do. But if you are saying that I haven't done anything else but only PYQs, my answer will still be the same. You will be able to perform better than what you can do today. Okay, but it's not like, done and sorted, right? And please do wait, so that I can read the questions. I'm basically reading the questions here. Scoring in ballpark of 30 to 40 marks in SimCAT, is it possible to get better now? Yes, we have discussed SimCAT analysis. This is very much possible. मेरा अब तक सिर्फ एक मॉड्यूल हुआ है, so what can I do now? I have answered that as well. This is my second attempt at CAT. I'm very scared as I had taken a gap this year. I'm an EWS candidate. What is the minimum score? Minimum score you can find on web or on our portals as well. I can talk about your fear. You have taken a gap. It's okay. Why are you fearful? Just take the exam, right? I know you might have wanted to hear something else. Huh? But truth is truth, my dear. Truth is truth. It is your second attempt. Give your best, na. You already know that in next 30 days you can perform better than what you can perform today. But scare will bring a problem. So here I would bring some scriptural knowledge. There are two things which have helped in my life, and I tell this thing to every single student of mine. Every year, in all the batches. In these live sessions also, I'm going to tell this thing to you also. Step number 1. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. The meaning is, karmvadhikaraste. That means you have an adhikar on karma. You have a control over your action. But you don't have a control over your result. Probability of the result will of course be in your favor, but you don't have a full control over it. A qualified doctor can work really well on a patient, but the patient might still die. That does not question the ability of that doctor, but only if the doctor has given 100%. So all you have to do is to give your 100%. But don't be anxious about the result. Anxiety about the result takes our mind away from focus. So when we are fully focused and not concerned about the result because we know that it is not in our control, there is a likelihood that our result will be way better. And even if it is not better, you will never have the guilt, because you can never say to yourself, I could have done better, because you already did. But if you are anxious about result, then you will be fixed in that trap. Oh, I could have done better. I should not have done that. And I don't want you to be in that space. Second thing is, Sa tu dirghkal narantare satkar sevito drid bhumi. It comes from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It means, if you want to establish something of quality, you have to do it for a dirghkal, long time. Nirantar, continuously, without break. With devotion, with respect. That respect means that when you are doing something, be focused on that. Don't be distracted. And then it gets firmly established. Drid bhumi. So consistency is important. Every day you have to do. Every day you have to do. Every day you have to do. You like it or not. You're getting score or not. But every day you have to do. And see, your fear will go away. And if you are a believer of God, I would say, have the trust in the higher power. Because higher power has given you the wisdom to do things. Now, higher power is not going to take exam for you, okay? Then higher power will have a lot of work to do, no? Because there are so many people. And then the concept of percentile will go away. Because somebody will get a 99, somebody will get a 98, somebody will get a 100, somebody will get a 90. But trust that, ki haan, I am doing everything. Now you take care of the things that you have to take care of. And sort it. Dekho, your life will always be better. Your life is not just dependent on one exam, yaar. Your life will always be, in fact, just the preparation of CAT makes you better. You can never return to your original state because you know how to spend more time towards your preparation, how to develop your critical reasoning abilities, with your DILR, with your RCs and so on. You can never return to the previous thing. So you are already better. Your decision making will help you in something else also, let's say if CAT doesn't work out. So don't worry if you have taken a year gap, 2-year gap or anything. Worrying about it will rather reduce your score. So go out with all guns blazing. Give your best. Things will be always good. Okay. So we have done a lot of these questions already. Arey baap re baap. This guy has given so many questions that it's my second attempt. So I think I've answered that already. Arey vah, arey vah. So many times you have commented that the video will get a good reach. Let me just read the rest. I get around 8 to 9 questions correct in QA. Identified that at max before analysis I could solve 11 to 13. Shall I try first to improve my maximum capacity, or shall I aim to get 11 to 13 in mock? Get more number of correct. Okay, in QA 90% accuracy is very easily achievable. So for QA I would also recommend that you learn the formulas definitely, and you should know what is to be done in which formula, in which question, which formula is to apply in which question. But yeah, try to attempt more questions so that you can get more correct. Focus on accuracy. Okay. अरे रे रे क्या बात है. I'm always able to get around 14 VRC, but not the perfect score due to natural science passages which are laden with a lot of information. I have a trouble in both reading it and retaining it. You don't have to retain a lot, but if you have trouble in reading it, maybe you can. So you have done a couple of these passages, maybe from SimCats or previous year papers. Just copy paste those passages in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to generate these kind of passages for you, and read one passage every day. So this will do, the nourishment of your mind, and then you will have ease in dealing with those. Reading the same kind of passages is important. No? My marks are stuck at so and so, how to grow out of it. So we have discussed the analysis. This will help you. Okay. Whatever. So many messages about the second attempt thing. I am happy that I took this question. Somebody said also, spam mat karo yaar. Please stop. Of course, yeah. I'm reading it. Don't worry. I am gonna read every comment. Okay. And still, I told you, if I am, say I'm not able to address something, please put it in the comment section after the video is over. I or somebody from my team will respond to that. Don't worry. Arey baap re baap. Arey, somebody from IMS team, did we pay some money to this student? Kya? Achha, I know. Anxiety can, make us ask questions many times. So it's okay, and don't tell him that, okay, anything like that. But yeah. But I hope, my dear, that your question was sorted. Very nice. Don't spam, bro. Sir is taking questions serially. That's okay. Arey re baap re baap. No, I'm not taking questions related to profile, okay? That is not the intent of this session. Otherwise, it will be a Pandora box and never-ending thing. How to manage OMAT preparation alongside CAT? So this is also something I can quickly do. देखो, OMAT or ADMAT, which means other management entrance tests or additional management entrance tests, whatever you want to call it. These exams, the preparation of these exams also should be done right away. Preparation is no different from CAT preparation, except for a couple of topics like syllogism and some form of critical reasoning questions, which you can do from your module 5. Important thing is that for every exam, non-CAT exam that you are taking, you must do minimum 5, maximum 10 to 12 mocks. So let's say you want to do minimum 5 mocks, and you want to do the mock every second day. So you would need 10 days to do 5 mocks minimum. And if you do everything after CAT, then you will not have enough time to work on the analysis of your mocks. So some of the mocks you should start taking right away for your SNAP, for your NMAT. And then keep some of the mocks for later. Clear? That is called OMAT preparation. And it does not interfere with your CAT preparation, by the way. Okay, so I'm scrolling, and that may move my screen also sometimes. So how to manage semester exams with CAT? I got a very interesting question a couple of days ago, and thank you for asking this question, Srijan. That student said that if I skip my semester exams now, I have the option to take the semester exams in February. Shall I do it? Nahi, no. See, your college is equally important. So if you have semester exams, you have to do them. You work on them, and then you do that. And your CAT preparation is not just starting, my dear. You have been doing CAT preparation for so many months now. That's not going to interfere with your semester exams or vice versa. Yes, of course, during your semester exams, you will have to focus more on those. So tone down a bit here, maybe just focus on mocks. But yes, semester exams you must take. And how to manage that? Divide the time more towards semester exam, less towards CAT for now. When that is over, then ulta. Okay, some people are asking about that I'm doing this topic, I'm doing that topic. So again, we have discussed these things in detail. Specifically, we will not be taking those questions. Can we keep ZAT mocks and dedicated studying for post-CAT period? Because that you can still do after CAT, although you will have limited time and you will have to do decision making section as well, but you will still have time before that. But for NMAT, for SNAP, you won't have that kind of time, right? So yes, you can keep the ZAT mocks for later. Maybe you can do one mock, at least to just get into the mode. Sometimes if you're bored with CAT mocks, you can do ZAT mocks also. Somebody is asking, but my exam starts on 26th November. So it is the best. अब the problem will happen if you are preparing, if you're starting your college exam preparation just now. But you still, my dear, have to work that out, right? I will honestly not suggest you to drop the semester exams. Hello sir, this is Imtiaz. I learned VRC from you and also had a mentoring session. I am in VJ SOM IIT Kharagpur. Wishing you health and happiness. All the best to aspirants. So this is basically a message from Imtiaz to all of you, and I'm very happy for you, Imtiaz. Wonderful. Give me a high five. Huh? Chalo, great. So I think these were the questions. So we discussed how to improve your focus with the help of pranayam, meditation, good food. We discussed how to do your section wise revision and how to do your SimCATs, the frequency of it, and we dealt specific questions also with respect to it. I know the questions will always be unending, but crux of the matter is that, my dear, you have been preparing for CAT for a long time now. Okay? Don't let the hiccups plus minus of these days get into your mind to tell you that you can't do it. Nah, you can do that. This is just the final polishing. You are not starting your painting today. You are not starting the building of your chair today. You're just polishing it. But polish it well, polish it hard. Do many scrubs, and it will shine. And for any problem, we are here. Put your questions in the comments here. Reach out to us through your mentor sessions or through those chatbots that we have. You have means to reach out to us. But just relax. Give your body, your mind, and your God a chance. And I tell you, it's going to work out. Okay? So I think this will be enough for today. I have taken a lot of your time. And thank you so much for joining on this live session. We'll come back again with another AMA in a couple of days with specific questions. Probably, I or someone else will do an Ask Me Anything session with respect to your, admit card thing. So the preparation with respect to your specific slot, we'll be talking about that in the, after a week or so. Till then, just keep on working hard and enjoy your preparation. It's a wonderful thing to be part of the CAT journey, and it's even wonderful to take the exam. It's an experience of lifetime. Chali, see you soon. Bye-bye. Yes, there will be marathon sessions in coming days. Yes, we will try to do at least one or two more. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.